Our last Grand National Cross Country race was held in the mud of Tennessee, and the Kawasaki duo of Jimmy Jarrett and Paul Whibley stormed to the front of the pack. And storm it did. As the conditions got worse, Whibley got stronger, winning the race and taking over the series points lead. Can he make it 2 in a row today?
Playing in the dirt, face full of mud, sacrificing flesh and blood. Playing in the dirt, digging in the ground. Oh, now I'm asking you, where you gonna be when it all goes down, 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 down?
All right, folks, Racer TV coming back at you with coverage of the 2009 Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. I'm your host, Jason Wygant. Today, the two-wheeled guys are back. Our motorcycle riders ready to rock through the rocks of the Mountain Ridge GNCC in Somerset, Pennsylvania. Rocks are very difficult. Most of the GNCC bike guys will tell you it's not their favorite terrain, but whoever can rock through the rocks today is going to roll to victory lane. So, how would the riders prepare for this? Let's talk to some of our top contenders before we go to the starting line.
Yeah, I know, I've just been working really hard, and that's the whole goal. I want to get that second win, and here we are at the rocks. It's a little different challenge, but I'm ready for it. I feel good, confident, so I mean, I got my head on straight. I feel good, ready to get that second win.
We're here in Somerset, Pennsylvania, and I coming off of 2 podium places in the last 2 races and looking for another one here today. This track is pretty cool. It's pretty rocky and technical and slippery, and kind of like what I used to grow up in, so really looking forward to today.
Yeah, this week we've got a pretty rocky track here at the Pennsylvania Mountain Ridge course. It's going to be pretty tough out there. Rocks are pretty slippery. They're sticking out of the ground on all kinds of odd angles, and it's going to be pretty hard work to work your way through them. I'm not really a rock specialist, but I've been practicing and training hard and getting a good suspension set up with the RD3 suspension for the rocks here, and looking forward to a good tough race. It's going to be hard work.
Now going into our last race, Australian Josh Strang had won 3 races in a row, but in the mud his win streak came to an end, and then later he admitted he just wasn't into it. And to win a cross-country championship, you've got to persevere through some bad conditions. So, is Strang not showing the heart he needs to win the championship, or is he going to use that little mistake as motivation to go out and win today? Only one way to find out. Let's go racing.
Pretty cold and windy here in Pennsylvania. There's a reason they call this Mountain Ridge ATV Trails Resort. We are actually on a mountain ridge, and that means a lot of wind. And we had some rain last night, but not a full-on mudder by any stretch of the imagination. And these mechanics and teams are definitely happy about that. The bikes should actually stay clean and should be able to get to the finish line in reasonably good shape, unless, of course, someone tags a rock. We'll find out if that happens. Let's get started here with the Mountain Ridge GNCC. Short first turn, it looks like Jarrett and Mullins, of course. These two battle for the whole shot just about every week, and it is Mullins who will emerge with the MotorcycleUSA.com Whole Shot Award. And here's your battle. Whibley challenging his teammate Jarrett. Look at Whibley hanging it out around the outside. Whibley not known for his starts, but he has improved on them tremendously as of late. And now the Cowie boys are 1-2 again, followed by Mullins, Hawk, Duvall. There's Glenn Carney, and I think I saw Josh Strang all the way around the outside in about 6th place. As the 14 of Dustin Gibson goes by, and the rest of the XC1 Pro field will go back to the start of the XC2 class. So the young kids on the 250cc machines. Caleb Russell has it, but he goes wide. Side by side now with Jason Thomas, and it is Thomas who will lead everyone through turn 2 and then hold off Corey Buttrick. So Thomas on the blue machine, the Yamaha, holds off the KTM duo of Buttrick and Russell. Scotty Watkins in the number 4 spot, and look at the competition here in XC2. These kids will let it all hang out, especially early in the races. They don't wait for anything. It'll be fun to watch those riders and see how far up in the overall rankings they can go. Remember, a few races ago, you had riders like Watkins and Russell and Buttrick battling for overall wins. Whibley, your leader right now in the number 2. Here comes the 6 of Jarrett in the number 2 spot. There's Hawk, Pennsylvania's own, in 3rd, followed by Duvall, Mullins, and now Strang. And it's Glenn Carney and Nathan Canny coming through next. Back with the XC2 riders. Looks like Russell up to second, putting pressure on Thomas. And here's Watkins to the number 4 spot. Good to see Watkins up front early. Usually about midway through the race, he mounts his charge. Today, he's with the leaders right from the start. Now, Watkins, he's the teammate of this man, Whibley, and also this man, Jarrett. So right now, the Geico JG Racing Monster Kawasaki's are on fire. Look at the rocks. Even in what should be a relatively easy section, these bikes are getting kicked around, and they also kick up a lot of roost. You're going to get hit in the face with that stuff if you're behind someone and you're following too close. Ned Kenny trying to stay in touch with the leaders. He has had his trouble this season. Ended the year last year with some wins. He wants one today. Here's the Rock Garden, the most treacherous portion of this Mount Ridge track, and Whibley got it dialed in. Here's the rookie. Duval has moved up to the number 2 spot, so he has displaced Jarrett. Everyone just waiting for things to click for Duval. Strang now up to 3rd. Mullins back to 4th. And we'll give you an idea of the rest of the field. You've got Jarrett, who has lost a couple of spots, must have made a mistake. Nate Canny, Glenn Carney coming through next. And Jesse Robinson, who has now switched to the Husaberg, running a 570. And bad luck here for Hawk off the start. He has gone toward the back of the top 10, and Hawk has been struggling on the early laps this year, and more troubles for the multi-time GNCC champ. No troubles for Whibley, though. There's his wife, Catherine, on the side of the course, giving him the pit board and saying, "You're way out front." And for a man known for being a slow starter, this is a huge advantage. The kid is back here in 2nd, and these are long races. Plenty of time for something to happen. Let's see what Duval can do with the lead that Whibley has built up. Stay with us here on Racer TV. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of Racer TV. Paul Whibley continues his charge early on here at the Mountain Ridge Can-Am Grand National Cross Country event, riding that fuel-injected Kawasaki KX450. He has really stepped up his game, but we will see if the kid, the rookie, the teenager, Thad Duval, who has been beset by an incredible string of bad luck, can keep pace. He is all alone in 2nd place right now. And then Josh Strang, who had won 3 races in a row before a tough 4th place finish in our previous event, followed by the number 5 of his teammate, Charlie Mullins. Now, everyone has to be confused with the lead that Whibley has built up so far as you watch Canny, Jarrett, Carney, and Hawk come through next. Whibley, it's not just bad starts, he always struggled with arm pump. Basically, these riders start the day off, they're not loose, they're not flowing, they're holding on too tight, their arms actually begin to swell up, you'll lose some of the circulation, and Whibley here on the number 2 has always struggled with that. Obviously, he has figured out some way to get rid of it. His starts have gotten better and better, but now, this is a full-on sprint. And Duval, who is as fast as anyone, the young kid loves to go wide open, is the only one so far that has been able to keep any pressure on. The Suzukis of Strang and Mullins back here, 3rd and 4th. They've got to make up some ground, and they are the ones battling Whibley for the series points lead. Now here's Whibley battling his way through the rock garden here on lap 2, and look at how careful he has to be to try to find the right line. One little mistake over those rocks, and you can do some serious damage to yourself and your motorcycle. Picking his way through the next rock garden now. And you hear how steady he tries to stay on the throttle. Oh, we got a change here. Strang on the left side of your screen has gone to the number 2 spot with Mullins in 3rd, and Thad Duval's dropped back to 4th, but they're just ping-pong balling their way through this rock garden. So a mistake by Duval, maybe trying to catch Whibley, and the kid is now back to 4th. And the order remains the same through the next stretch of this rock garden. Look at Mullins, 2nd in your screen, just trying to be very careful to pick the right line through. And they all are able to negotiate it relatively unscathed, but We've got a long way to go to catch our leader, Whibley. And the next pack is Nate Canny. He's the rider in the orange. And Barry Hawk. And the Australian Glenn Carney on the Husky. 3 different bike brands. Got a KTM, Yamaha coming through now. And then a Husqvarna. And it's a 300cc two-stroke that Carney rides. Let's go back to the 254 strokes of that race in the XC2 class. Corey Buttrick now leading. And that's Caleb Russell, the points leader in the XC2 division, in the number 2 spot. And Jason Thomas, who led early, crashed big time on lap 1, and we're being told he is way back in the pack. So for now, at least, it's a private duel between the 2 KTM kids. The Shock Doctor squad has got to be pumped as Buttrick leads Russell. One is 18 and one is 19. So stars of the future there for KTM. They would love to see those two battling with this man, Paul Whibley, in the XC1 class on a 450 bike sometime in the near future. But I'll be honest, no one has been able to mix it up with Whibley today. He is gone as the battle continues to rage for second with Strang, Duval, and Mullins. Will it be a battle for second, or can they get to the lead? Stay with us. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of Racer TV. Well, we've got a battle going on here. They have caught Paul Whibley, Josh Strang going after him. So while we are away at break, Strang made a break, and he's going for the number 1 position now, and he has it. Into the Rock Gardens. And this kid is fired up. He admitted he lost the last race in the mud. He just wasn't into it mentally. He's trying to bounce back in a big way on the number 3 Suzuki. Whibley back to second, and then it is Mullins. So Strang has pulled Mullins forward with him. And now the question is, where is Duval, who is with that pack for a while? The top 3 are very close in the next segment of the Rock Garden. That's not Duval back there. That is a lapped rider. Whibley's going to have to regroup. He had a nice size lead. Oh, Mullins, a few mistakes. And that's how you get that arm pump. You make mistakes through there, you start struggling. And maybe that's where Duval is right now. You see him in 4th, trying to pick up some speed. But a lot of times in these conditions, the faster you go and the harder you try, the worse it turns out. So Duval needs to settle down. Oh, and his teammate Hawk goes down. And that's what we're talking about. You can easily do damage to your machine in these rock gardens if you hit the wrong spot. Hawk, lucky to get up from that one. It's time for our Rocky Mountain Spotlight. Today's Rocky Mountain Spotlight focuses on the GoPro Hero Quick Release Wide Angle Helmet Cam. Retailing for $199.99. Watch some footage here and we'll tell you about it. The GoPro Hero Quick Release Wide Angle Vehicle Camera is waterproof, mini wireless digital video camera for motorsports. Its quick release design simplifies mounting the camera to your motorcycle, ATV, or helmet. It's developed at the track, and the Motorsports Hero shoots TV resolution at 30 FPF video with the sound tuned to capture the grunt, squeal, and stroke of riding at the limit. It's based on the best-selling original Motorsports Hero camera. The Motorsports Hero Wide Angle features improved video, photo, audio, and low-light performance. Its reliability in ultra-high vibration environments has been improved with an entirely new internal circuit design, and battery life is improved to 3 hours of video record time when using lithium batteries, and 2 hours using nickel metal hydride rechargeable batteries. Records 56 minutes of video or 1,945 photos in photo mode every 2 seconds with a 2 gig SD card. Its adjustable sound recording levels and 170-degree wide-angle glass lens allows for a multitude of shooting possibilities. Auto exposure helps you get a good shot, not too dark, not too light, and the camera features internal memory with a 16-megabyte expandable to 2 gig SD card. It easily connects to your Windows or Mac computer via USB to quickly download your footage. Rocky Mountain ATV MC, of course, is the leading online seller of ATV and motorcycle tires, parts, accessories, and apparel. With an industry-leading website, free shipping on orders over $99 in the continental U.S., and a huge inventory of in-stock items, you're sure to get the products you need at the prices you want shipped quickly to your door. Visit their website, RockyMountainATVMC.com, for more, or call 1-800-272-6329 to request a free catalog. All right, do we have a battle brewing or not? Yes, we do, and it's the Suzukis now. Strang leading Mullins. This is like a full-on motocross in this open section of the course. And Whibley, who was our leader earlier, is gone altogether. In fact, this is Duval in the center of the screen, up to third. And I think Whibley was caught by surprise, A, by leading so much early, and then by how quickly these two Suzuki riders caught him. And Mullins is not going anywhere. He's hanging it out to try to keep his teammate in check. Now Whibley back to third, hitting our camera with some of those rocks. And I'm not sure now what happened to Duval. Are both Suzukis going to pit? Here we go. Strang in first and Mullins in second. So they're both going to pit. Chris Wolf, the mechanic on the right for Strang. Shane Nally, the mechanic on the right for Mullins. And of course the girlfriend's helping out as well. And Strang able to get in and out. And the lead is about the same as it was when they rolled into pit row earlier. But you see something at Mullins, the aggression. He's just going to try to stick with his teammate. They have let Mullins be the rabbit several times this year. He's gotten a lot of hole shots and led a lot of races early. And then in the latter laps, Whibley and Strang have worn him down. It looks like Mullins, now he wants to follow Strang. Whibley up to third. And the bad news is out. Thad Duval is out of this race with some sort of engine problem. So more bad luck for the rookie. That is an unprecedented run. Every race, something seems to go wrong for Thad Duval when he has an opportunity to run with these guys. Will it be a Suzuki show, or can Whibley catch them? Stay with us. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of Racer TV. Last lap here at Mountain Ridge, and it is on. Strang and Mullins, the two Suzuki riders. They weren't happy about the Kawasaki men going 1-2 at the previous race. They're duking it out for the lead. Barry Hawk up to third. So the veteran out of Pennsylvania is going to make a lot of hometown fans happy if he can score his first podium of the year. I don't know if he has time to catch these guys, though. They are pushing the limits. And you've got to be careful in the rocks. And look, it's Mullins in the lead. Lap riders trying to bash their bikes back into shape. Mullins takes a look over his shoulder and sees he has a bit of a gap now over his teammate, but he's got to get through the rocks and not make mistakes. A great line here by Strang to close the gap. And Mullins has said he has been getting mentally tired trying to deal with the pressure from these guys, and I think that's why he's hung back today, and so far that strategy is paying off. Hawk back in the number 3 spot. We'll see if he can reel those guys in. They are going to push each other through these rocks, and that can lead to mistakes. Strang now back to the lead, and we're in the home stretch. Bouncing across those rocks, Mullins got to put the hammer down. Not quite as aggressive at the bottom of that hill, though, as Strang. And here it is, Strang just a few corners away. And he has won in every different way you can do it this year. He had 3 in a row at one point. A tough race in the mud last week. What a way to bounce back. Josh Strang has won his 4th of the year, and he's looking at taking the series points lead back because his teammate Mullins is in 2nd, and there has been a litany of problems for Paul Whibley. He had suspension issues, then he smashed a water pump. They've got it all fixed. Whibley will get to the finish, but not before this man. Barry Hawk, his first podium in the season, in 3rd.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time. It's been over a year since I've been back up on the podium, and things just been got hurt last year, and then this year it's just everybody keeps saying, well, when you gonna get back on a 2-stroke? And I said, man, it's not the 2-stroke. My 4-stroke is good. I love the thing. It's working really good, and finally got the thing straightened out. Finally got to put a race together where I didn't make a bunch of stupid mistakes, and you know, it felt good. I mean, those guys got me by a minute or 2 minutes or whatever, but definitely a good day, no mistakes, and I just need to ride a little more fast-paced.
All right, there it is. Strang and Mullins making a Suzuki 1-2. Whibley 7th. That'll hurt him in the points. Let's talk to Mullins.
Yeah, I mean, start was awesome. Got the whole shot, and Whibley got around me, and he kind of checked out on us and just kind of rode my own race first couple laps, and got in with Strang, and me and him started pushing and just kind of rode our own race, had fun, just like we were practicing. And last night we was going back and forth, but he was able to get me at the finish. But it was definitely fun. I had a good time, but yeah, no excuses. He beat me today, but there's always next week, and I'll be ready to go.
And Strang now back to the top of the points heap. Mullins in second, and Whibley, again, that smash water pump, lost a lot of time in the pits.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, last weekend I missed the podium, which I was kind of bummed about, so I came back here ready to get another win, and I did it, so I'm stoked. Got a decent start, and managed, this pace was really quick early on and some fast fields and that, so I just stayed up there, and then the rocks, I wasn't too fast today, but it wasn't too bad, so I just didn't make any mistakes, and then the last lap, Charlie and I battled it out and passed each other a few times. It was good fun, and managed to come out with another win, so I'm happy.
And Russell rallies back to take the XC2 victory. Thomas, who was way back at the end of lap 1, fights to second and third. Time for our Yamaha race recap. No surprise here in the 5 and 6. Mullins and Jarrett battling for the lead. The shocker was Whibley. He passed them both and took off. Nearly a minute lead at the end of lap 1. The only rider putting a serious challenge to him was Thad Duvall. The Suzuki duo of Strang and Mullins got by Duvall and went after Whibley. In XC2, KTM riders of Russell and Buttrick did battle, while Jason Thomas, Monster Energy Andrews, Yamaha, and rallied in the back. Once the Suzuki duo of Strang and Mullins got to the lead, there was a private duel. Harry Hawk climbed up to third. Down the stretch on the last lap, Strang was able to make a pass, get around his teammate Mullins, and roll to his 4th victory. Last 5 GNCCs and take the points lead back. Great racing here. Glad you could join us. I'm Jason Wygant. For everyone here, thanks for watching.